I want to shed light on a fact which all of you know, but sometimes it looks to me you forget. And that is the tremendous amount of more money you're making in real money, like not in percentage, well in percentage also, but in real money, if you increase your business. So what I'm trying to say is, let's just say you do $75,000 worth of business a month, okay? And let's just say your profit margin is something like 20%, okay? And the 20% is, it's really just a number I put out because, what I noticed is that, it goes anything between about 10-15% to about 50% of profit margin. And that depends on lots of things. And again, let me right away say that, some doctors, that's what they want, to do their accountant, to do some, what I think, insane consultant. They want to have a high profit margin because that's what it is. Well, they're working on the wrong thing, of course, because, quantity and the money left over is what's important. For instance, if you take your money, 5 of your colleagues' money in your neighborhood, take very rich ones if you find, very rich dentists or whatever, and your whole family, take your whole family, your father, your father-in-law, and whatever it may be, his family. Imagine my money, whatever that might be, just, and then say 100% of that money or 1% of Bill Gates. Hand off, like if you need to make a split second, which money would you take? 1% of Bill Gates or 100% of a whole bunch of people around you? I'm almost sure you will go for 1% of Bill Gates. That just proves the fact percentages are rather unimportant. There's sometimes some type of guideline, but overall, most people fixate too much on it. So whether you have a 50% profit margin, I know doctors with a 50% profit margin who are nervous wrecks because they have a few good patients a month and make a good money, but really don't make a lot. And if that 1 or 2 or whatever, those few new good patients don't come in, they would be deep shit in a hole. And then I know doctors who have a 15% profit margin and make way more physical money than the guy who has a 50% profit margin. And in most cases, those doctors also then have more time for themselves. Again, in most cases, by no means all of them, because they might have 2, 3, 4 doctors working for them. They themselves, their own doctor work became relatively unimportant. Do you understand? They're more like the management type of person. They're the goal maker, the guy who is like out there creating more new practices or whatever it's doing. So by doing so, he makes more money and has more time available. I'm not saying one is better than the other one. I'm just saying this is, those are the ways. Because most of us, as we get a little older, no matter how much we love our work, we'd like to slow down a little bit and do a few other things. Whether those other things are private things or those other things are some other type of business or whatever it may be, that's beside the point. We actually like to do that. And the only way to do that is not you to be the bread maker by doing the filling or by doing the root canal or the thing. So in any case, $75,000 income, let's make it a 20% profit margin or so, 20-25. So that would make it about $15,000 to $20,000 profit, right? Okay. Now, let's just say you go now from up to 100,000, okay? Most of the time, this type of increasement is easy doable for most doctors, meaning you're not fully filled up till here and have no more space time. Most of the time the staff and the space allows to do this 25-30% more relatively easy in almost all cases. However, we calculate it from here. So now you make 100,000. And let's assume in order to get this 25 whatever some thousand more, you spend 3 some thousand, on marketing. Okay? You spend that more than what you spend now. Whatever you do now, but you spend 3 some thousand more on marketing, even 4. It's probably not needed, but I'm showing you how easy it is to make money and how enormously difficult it is to lose money with correct business principles. Okay, very difficult to lose money with correct business principles, different from actions, and very easy to make money. Now, and then out of $25,000, how much is the physical work you spent, I mean, the money you spent on lab work and so on? On average, it's about 15%. Let's just say it's 20%, so it's $5,000 on those 25. Because a root canal is almost nothing, fillings and stuff are nothing, periodontal disease, there's very little work now. If you have to implant or crowns and veneers and all that stuff is a little more. But overall, 15 to 20% is a good amount of lab and material type of fees. Because everything else, rent, even the staff, because the staff can handle the more business, insurance, electricity, everything stays the same. So the only additions are marketing cost and the physical lab. And if you are at a level where one more assistant or whatever it is needed, it wouldn't be the end of the world. So 20%, so let's say $5,000 marketing, lab kind of fee, and $3,000-4,000 marketing. In fact, let's make it $5,000 marketing. Okay, let's really show now $10,000. You made 25 more. So you have $15,000 more in your pocket than before, despite the fact that what you might think, just spend a fortune on marketing. And frankly, we probably won't spend $5,000 to get this 25. I'm just saying, okay, it is almost impossible not to make truckloads of money with correct marketing. Why? Because the first part to move to this break-even point to make the type of money, this is already there. That cost gets divided with all the other type of things. Okay, and by the way, that same principle would happen if, let's just say, you only make 40,000 and you're losing 10,000 every month. It actually the same way it would happen. Make 25 more, give the same type of things. You know what I mean? Because all the cost is there. You're now losing 10,000. So now you make 25 more. You spend 10,000 on doing that with lab and marketing. You have 15,000 left over. You now all of a sudden make 5,000. You see what I'm saying? So it wouldn't matter where it is, because whether you lose money or make money, that cost is not changing. That's why you lose money, because you can't cut your insurance, your rent. You can't cut your 2 staff or 3 staff which you have. You can't send them home when there's no business. You see what I'm saying? I hope this sheds some light on it and makes you a better strategist, regardless of how much money you already make or not make. This strategy never fails. Never, ever fails. It is by far the best investment any doctor or any business person can make. There is no stock. Dreaming about finding another Facebook at the right moment or whatever it is, or Microsoft, well, that's a pipe dream. It probably will never happen. And it's a pipe dream. But the other one, that will and can happen. Absolutely. Thank you.